This is so annoying.
What's the matter?
This remote won't come when I ask it to.
Well, of course it won't. That's the basic factor of Newton's laws.
Newton's laws. What are those?
There are three fundamental truths that scientist Isaac Newton discovered that explains how motion works.
Okay, cool, but what does that have to do with my remote not coming when I tell it to?
Well, your remote is standing still, right?
Yeah,
So is anything physically making it move?
no, but I'm mentally commanding it to.
Well, then it's not going to move unless something comes along and moves it. Like this coffee cup here, and nothing, if I don't move it and nothing else acts on it, then it won't move. But if I pick it up like this, then it does. This is an example of the first law. This is an object at rest tends to stay at rest, and an object in motion tends to stay at motion in a straight line at a constant speed.
Huh. I guess I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, Newton's laws of motion are mostly just common knowledge if you think about it.
Well, you said there were three laws, but that's only one of them. What are the other two?
The second law of motion states that the acceleration of a system is proportional to the amount of force that is applied in that system.
What in the world does that mean?
To put it simply, it means that the speed of something is determined by the amount of force exerted on it.
You call that putting it simply? I still have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, look at this toy car right here. See how it's not moving and nothing is making it move?
Yeah.
Exactly. Now see how if I push it with my hand, it starts moving and accelerating?
Yes.
Well, the car is my object. The car is the object. My hand is pushing it, which is the force being applied. So if I push it harder, the car will accelerate faster. If I push it softer, the car will accelerate slower. This is what Newton's second law of motion shows. The acceleration of something is directly related to the amount of force being applied to it.
That makes a lot more sense now.
Well, now that we've mastered the first and second law, let's move on to the third law of motion.
So, what is the third law?
For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction.
What? That sounds like something my mom would say.
Well, then she must be pretty smart, because that is the definition of Newton's third law of motion. The law states that when an object exerts a force on another object, the second object exerts an equal or opposite force onto the first object.
So, what you're saying is if an object does something to another object, then the second object will do something back in an equal and opposite way.
Yes.
Well, that makes no sense because when I bite a sandwich, the sandwich doesn't bite me back.
Well, don't think of it like that. Think of it more like a bird.
A bird?
Yes, you see, when a bird flies in the sky, they're flapping their wings down towards the ground. In doing so, they're pushing their air downward, right?
I guess.
Well, due to Newton's third law of motion, the air pushes back, keeping the bird above the ground.
Huh. That's really interesting. Well, thank you for teaching me all of Newton's laws today.
No problem.
Although, I suppose I have to physically get up and get that remote now.